Hello there. I've been a bit busy since the last episode. As you can see, I needed to get a new sword, and this one's way better. It has looting too. In addition to this, I've had a lot of raiders come through. As you can see, I have Bad Omen. I would do a raid, but I feel like that might be a bit hard. So instead of doing a raid, I've just been walking around my base for like an hour or two, usual things, not doing anything, wasting food, and then my eyes came across this landmass. Now, it may not look like much, but from a different angle, you can really see something going inside and on top of that. Now, what it is that will go here, I'm not quite sure yet. As you can see, I've also been working on a few other things, like measuring this gap. And I have no idea when I created this many stone pickaxes, or why. It was probably an accident. But I have a whole barrel full of stone pickaxes that I do not really need. Now, while I wait for an idea to come to mind, I'm going to jump down into a pool with a creeper. Oh my gosh, what is that? A baby I think it's called a creeperling. But down here, as you can see, there's some glowy green crystals and yellow crystals, for that matter. These, I don't actually know what you do with these. I just know that they're pretty rare because I haven't seen them yet. Turns out there's a lot more crystals than I originally thought, and a lot more coal. Apparently, it also goes all the way down to diamond level, which is unexpected. There are far more diamonds here than I thought there would be. Now, before I show you what's in my inventory, let me tell you something deeply important. If anyone has ever told you that the best way to find diamonds and a lot of other ores is to go in a cave, they are just lying straight to your face. The best way is to find an underwater cave. I mean, look at what all I found. I've like tripled my diamond count. Look, I had 26. I've gotten so much more lapis. I've at least doubled how much coal I have. I mean, this is insane. An insane amount of stuff from just one underwater cave, because everything is more common when it's not exposed to air, which means it can be exposed to water. I've also found these new crystals. I mean, just go to water cave. Just go in a water cave. It doesn't matter. If you found a huge other big cave, find a water cave. But make sure it's deep slate if you want the diamonds. Now, I do believe I've come up with a perfectly wonderful idea for this space. The Giant's Orb. So it basically goes like this. We put a sphere on top of the mountain, a big orb, and it might even be a bit bigger than that, like that big, a completely perfectly round circle. Now, we need to get to building that Giant's Orb, and that requires lots of glass to make it see-through and clear, which requires lots of sand. It would have been nice if I had located a desert earlier, so I didn't have to mine any sand out of this pond, but I didn't. I'm surrounded by an ocean, so I'm not going to mine sand out of this pond. No, I'm going to mine it over here at this beach so that I don't have to see it. My base is over that way. And as you can see, you can't see it. All of that sand, all 19 stacks is smelting in here. Actually, it's only 9 stacks right now, but I'll do another 9 later, and then I think I'll save one just for something else. And as you could see, I had to pull out the diamond shovel with efficiency 4 on it. And now it's time to plan out where we want this sphere to go. I think the middle should be right here. So it just that was really bad. let's pretend like that didn't happen. The nausea made you forget everything. Well, let's see. This should be all the way across. I kind of want it sticking into the mountain. Maybe not this one. Or maybe this one. I don't know. I think I'll remove that block. But I do kind of want it, like, pushing into this part of the mountain. I just have to count this across and make it the same. That way. And there we have it. 6 points all in the center. 10 blocks up, 10 blocks down, 10 blocks to every side. And I have a whole chest almost filled with glass. So I think I'm going to start building. And here we are. The sphere, the giant's orb, is completed. Now, I know it doesn't look too great right now, but with it looks very liney, very linear. This is with connected textures, which looks less messy. It also looks I don't know. Let's see the sphere from far away. You know, it doesn't really look like a sphere. It looks kind of pointy on the top and bottom. Maybe if I look at it diagonally, that'll change. Yeah. Yeah, it looks pretty spherical from a diagonal perspective, although this is a very good one. Yeah, there's no good diagonal perspective, so we're just going to have to trust that it's a sphere, and I'm pretty sure it is. Well, shaders make it look better, but shaders also take up a lot, like 60, 50 frame rate. It's crazy. And shaders also make everything look better, so of course it makes this look better. What am I going to do with this vast amount of space, you ask? Well, first of all, from right here, it looks like it might be able to, like, just roll out. And we do not want a sphere, an orb, that rolls out. That's what Transformers do. Not this sphere. To fix this problem, I am going to put a band of stone around it that goes from here and connects up to the mountain over there, so that it doesn't look like it's about to fall out. I might even have to put one across that over there. This little ring that goes across the sphere, this little tiny ring, took way longer than it should have. It took like 30 or 45 minutes. There's no reason it should take that long to build that. I had to perfect it though, because it looked kind of bad, but now it doesn't. Now you might want to know what this orb, this sphere, this ball is for. Well, it is for farms to be put inside. To be more specific, animal farms, like wool and cows and chicken farms, and not pig farms, because those, kind of useless. And there's plenty, and I mean plenty of space to build all the stuff I need to build it here. I think there might actually be too much. As a sheep farm or a wool farm will take up like that square there. And the cow farm will take up a little bit, and then a chicken farm takes up like about 5 blocks. First thing, sheep farm. Well, I now have this sheep farm done, or like a wool farm actually, and it's not quite finished exactly. It's not quite finished. Not really even close. I mean, it doesn't have any sheep in it for one thing. Second thing, this is not a bubble column. This needs to be a bubble column. And this needs to, like, actually work and dispense thing, or use some shears on the sheepies, but it doesn't do that. And the reason being is that I don't have any quartz, which you need for, observers. Is what you need to make that go super fast. Shear all the sheep. I also need sheep. And I've also made this chicken farm. too, but you need comparators for this, so it's not finished either. Because comparators take quartz. Now this wool farm design is actually by Mumbo Jumbo. In like a 1.14 thing, it's slightly modified. It uses blocks instead of fences. And this chicken, I don't know who made the chicken farm. I built the chicken farm. I did not design the chicken farm. I did use these half slabs though, or vertical slabs that go upwards because they're vertical, and that looks like really good. I mean, that's awesome. You can make such cool stuff with vertical slabs. Now, for what's going to be in the bottom, I think that down here is going to be a cow farm, which is going to be pretty small. And I'll probably put a bee farm, a honey farm over here, maybe. We'll see. And then this place won't really be full, but it'll be close. Not really. It'll still have like the entire middle section, and I don't know what I'll put there. Maybe more chicken farms. And if anyone's wondering, here's the view from the bridge. Speaking of the bridge, last time I asked what I should put at the end of this tunnel. I dug the tunnel out and didn't put anything there because I still have no idea. I think a mob farm's probably going to be here though. But I could still do some other cool stuff over here. Like a lot of cool stuff. I might put a kelp farm over here. But still, the pathway, I don't know what to do with it. It'll probably go up here. Pathway might extend over that way. But last time, I got a response. And that suggestion was to put a fancy mine elevator shaft. Or something along the lines of that. And that is a great idea. I would love to build a fancy mine elevator shaft here. But here's the problem. This house that I've built, the house I built in the first episode, you see, this was supposed to be a mining house, like, because there's a mine there, it's supposed to be a mining house. It turned out looking more like a church, though, which is not what I was going for. It's a really good build, actually. It's like one of my better builds. It's not the best, probably. But it's one of the better ones. I especially like how the doors down there go. But this really just ended up turning into a regular house. And not a mining house. I do have a little mine down here, but elevator shaft would not reach that. Also, it would, like, touch water. It would hit water. And redstone, water, no, they don't mix. Not at all. But you see, I don't want to turn down the only suggestion I've ever gotten from something. And really one of the very few comments I've gotten on a video. So, I am still going to build an elevator as requested, or suggested, really, not requested. But it's not going to go into a mine. It's going to go down to a lower level down here, probably. And I'll have other stuff down here. Like skeletons and other dangerous enemies. But it might even go underwater, and I can have a little underwater place. You see, I don't really want to build redstone underwater, because it doesn't work out so well. So, with that, I'm going to ask that you completely forget anything I told you, so that it's a surprise later. Now, I want to do one last thing today. If you remember at the start of the episode, which was probably not that long ago for you, maybe 15 minutes. For me, it's been about 2 or 3 days. I found an incredible amount of diamonds in an underwater cave. And so, I think I would like to build myself some diamond armor. Not 14 pairs of diamond boots, because that would be a little redundant. But now, I can cover myself in diamond. Oh, I'm so fancy. But guess what? It's not enchanted, so it's worse than my armor. And we're just going to leave it off. And put it on the armor stand. Now, throughout the day, you may not have noticed. You may have noticed my levels changing very frequently. But I've been doing a lot of enchanting, and now I have a Fortune 3 pickaxe, which is pretty good. I mean, you already saw my diamond sword, but look at my boots and look, protection 4, and my helmet is just like insane. Also, this armor might even protect me from piglins since it's made of gold. Something diamond armor, unfortunately, you don't do. Anyway, that's all I have for today, and I'll see you later. Not tomorrow. Goodbye.